Hi guys, welcome back to Future Dimensions 360. As you guys know, in our last tutorial we had learned about git rebase command. So in today's tutorial we will be moving forward with GitHub. So let's move forward and let's try to learn what is actually GitHub and what is the use of GitHub. GitHub is a web-based platform that provides version control for software development projects. Like whatever the Git repositories you are managing locally, if you want to share those repositories with other developers, you can share those repos through GitHub. It's a kind of cloud-based platform that manages all those repos remotely. So in today's tutorial, we will be learning how to create GitHub account, how we can create remote repository in GitHub account, how we can clone that repository locally in our PC, and then how we can push the repos that or the code that we will be doing locally from our machine to that repo, and how we can pull the code that is being done by any other developer, and those changes are available in the remote repo. Let's check a little bit or let's recall a little bit. In our second or third tutorial of GitHub, we had learned about some architecture of Git version control that contains a workspace firstly, and then we had said that there is second called the second process for that is called staging. You will be changing any file in your workspace and then you can add those files to your staging area, and then you can push them in or commit them in your local repository. So this is what we had learned until last tutorial. All these things what we are working for, whatever the commands we have done is only applicable in this area. Now there is network, and GitHub is available as a manager for remote repository over the cloud. So we have basically three different commands. Those are working there. Clone, if there is any existing project you want to bring to your local machine, you can use clone command. Secondly, push command, any code you have done locally in your machine, you can push it to remote repository. And pull command, any changes is being done by any other developer and that is available in the remote repository, you can pull those as well. So let's move forward to our Chrome, and we will be starting with creation of the account. You have to go to github.com. Once you will click sign up, Git will ask you some necessary information. That includes your email, your name, and your username. You have to input all those. After that, you will get a confirmation email in your email address. Just click on that and verify the account. I had created my account already long time back. I'll use the same one. You can follow this process to create the account. In case any of you is facing any problem in the account creation, you can comment us and reach us to our mailbox. We'll definitely help you in that as well. So once you will be signing in, I will sign into my GitHub account. I will create one repository named as Git tutorial. Okay. First option here is public. Public means anyone who have the remote URL for this repository can access the code within this repo. The second thing, we can make this repository private as well. So if it's private, then you need authorization to access the code of this repo. So that would be done by the manager of that repo if he is willing to add you as a developer in his team. A lot of things are available inside the repos. You can explore them, or we can talk about this later on as well, as it's like currently we are going to learn with clone, push and pull commands, so we will focus on that. Thirdly, you can add readme file also. If you have any sort of things that you want to share with other developers, you can add with readme files as well. Like we can say in big projects, there are some environment variables, so there are some keys, so you can share those with the help of readme files or ports of your projects where you are running on. So I'll create this repo. Once I had created that repo, so you can see here I will see create new file. I will create new file. I will write I am instructor from Future Dimensions 360. That's it. I'll add this in my file, and the file name I will say file 1. Okay, I will do commit changes. I will say create file 1. Okay, commit changes. So you guys can see I have file 1 available inside the code of my GitHub. I'll just reduce a little bit so it will be more visible. I think it's normal, it will be this. So that's it. So I am an instructor. I'm instructor from Future Dimensions 360, available inside my Git tutorial remote repository. So I want this code now to be inside my machine. How I can do that? I'll go simply to my terminal. I am inside my Git folder. I will say git clone, and I have to just copy the remote URL for this code, for this remote repository. I will paste it here. As soon as I will hit enter, the Git will clone this project for me. If I will say ls, you guys can see Git tutorial is appearing here. cd git tutorial, if I will say ls, you guys can see file 1 is available inside my local machine now. Simply, let's say I will say vim file 2 dot file 2, let's say just file 2. Inside this one I will say I am a software developer. I'll save this file. So git add dot semicolon git commit -m create file 2. Okay, by the way, before doing this creation, I will just show you git logs. That first commit that we had done online here inside our remote repository is already available inside my git log -1 line. You guys can see my head is in my first commit, and that is create file 1. With which branch? That is main branch. So the main branch is available, like my head is available in the main branch, and there is one commit already done in the remote repository that I had cloned. So now I will do git add dot semicolon and then git commit -m, and simply I will say create file 2. So sorry, COMMIT, I write 2O. So you guys can see it's done already. My commit is available inside my local repo. Until now, the file 2 is not available inside my remote repo. If I will reload, now I will say git push origin main, as I am in main file. There are two branches, one branch always available named as main inside my GitHub remote repository. So I'll use that branch to pass this code to my remote repo. So here I have to write the GitHub keychain, enter your keychain password. To allow enter login keychain password, let me say I will push my, so this was my password, and you guys can see the push is done already, and the code, the changes we have done locally is now available inside my remote repo. If I'll reload my remote repo already, you guys can see file 2 is available here, and that is create file 2, and 1 minute ago I have done this commits. If I will come here, I will click on commits, I will see commit ID is here, verified, is being done online, and the second commit is here, and the main developer or from the GitHub account, you can verify this commit as well. Similarly, if someone go into file 2 and had, like any other developer, had changed the code for this file, okay, edit this file, I am from, let's say, universe, okay, commit this changes, commit. So you guys can see I have 2 lines of code available inside my file 2. If I will go file 1, I have 1 line of code. If I will check here locally my vim file 2, okay, I have 1 line of code available inside my file 2. If I will close this file, and I'll say git pull origin main, I will get the changes that is available online. What changes are available? File 2 have some changes. 1 plus mean 1 line is missing from your local files in file 2. Okay, so if I will check now vim file 2, you guys can see I am from universe is already available locally here in my local machine. So this is how you can simply access the remote repositories and manage your repositories remotely and collaborate with your team, or it's called team collaboration, and it can be done with the help of GitHub. I hope you guys had understand it. Still, if you have any question, any query, you can comment us. You can reach us to our mailbox as well. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Until then, take care. Goodbye.